Hello my friends, how you doing? I'm gonna kind of talk a little bit loud because the wind is blowing a little bit. I'm out here in the desert, and the river behind me. The river does flow through the desert, visiting my mom in Yuma. I've got a dedication video for a very special friend, from Steve to Alan. Hello Alan, it's nice to meet you. Steve was talking to me a little bit and asked me for some advice, and he asked me to do a dedication video, mainly because he's really wants to reconcile to the best of his ability. I know it's really important to him, so I just wanted to say hello Alan and Steve, and I hope that you guys can find a way to meet in the middle. I think one of the reasons why Steve asked me to do this video was because I'm a real big believer in forgiveness and letting go of a lot of things, like pride. I don't, like I said, I don't know you very well, Alan, at all actually, but I do know Steve, and I know that he was trying to let go of pride as best as he can. So anyways, I care about you both, Steve and Alan, I hope to see that everybody come together and make peace with each other, even though there's a lot of differences between the way we see life and things like that. For myself, I'll just tell you what I do. For myself, it's absolutely vital that I forgive everyone for everything, because my credo is kindness, and it wasn't always that way, but you got to believe me when I tell you. I've pretty much done a 180 with my life over the last 10 years or so, since I started taking care of myself. My credo is to be kind to everyone and everything, including myself, at all times, without reservation. It's not the easiest thing to do, but as I practiced it as the years have gone on, it's gotten a lot easier to do that, because of the freedom that I experience myself when I don't have those burdens to carry of pride and things like that, trying to always win. What I do is, this is not judgmental in any way, shape, or form. So just to let you know that I just care about people, and I want to give everyone a chance to be as free as possible. The mind is hard to become free from the mind, that's for sure, and its propensities. But what I do over the years, especially over the course of the last year, and especially with my relationship with Krista, is I just try to let her win. I just try to let everybody else win. I let everybody win the argument. I let everybody just have it their way, because I'm flexible, open. I'm like very spacious type person, kind of spacey too, but I don't mind if the other person wins, because I just personally, I'd rather be sitting here, like when I get off this camera, I'll go lay in the sunshine and I'll have no burdens. I'll have nothing. I don't owe anyone anything. I don't have any resentments against anyone. Nobody owes me anything. So as I lay down on the ground, or when I lay my head to go to sleep at night, I'm totally free. And that's why I encourage people to let go, to communicate as best as you can and find common ground. I think it's I think it's really reasonable to expect for people to meet in the middle, which is very hard to do sometimes because the middle is different for everyone. But for me, as a person humility is absolutely mandatory. I mean, humility to me is number one. It's been pretty funny the last few videos. I know a lot of people don't understand my sense of humor. When I was in the room playing with the camera, just playing around, and it's all sarcasm, and it's me just learning how to use the camera. So a lot of people don't really understand, but deep down inside, humility is the absolute most vital thing in my life. Without it, I'm nothing. I don't want to live if I can't be humble. If I can't be more humble than the dirt, then I don't want to even go on anymore, because of the pain that pridefulness has caused me in my life, the heaviness of the burden of wanting to be right. And like I've said before a million times on this channel, I ask everyone, a simple question: would you rather be right or would you rather be kind? And a lot of times we really love to be right, and that's okay, but hopefully like a video like this or some of the teachings I've come across, you learn that, for me, I've learned that kindness is way better. I like that feeling of connectedness and peace with people. The mind is somewhat tyrannical a lot of times. I'm trying to keep this as simple and whole as I can to honor the people who, to honor Alan if he's still watching, and to honor Steve and everybody else out there who I think can learn from this video, because I'm presenting it in a very, very lighthearted way, doing my absolute best to be extremely gentle, because we are limited a lot of times as humans, and we get really kind of stuck. And that's pretty much what the Life Regenerator channel is about. It's about getting unstuck and becoming free in the moment. And I'll just give an example that keeps popping into my head as I speak. I remember when I used to be a contractor, I just started out cleaning windows. And then as the years went on, I got bigger and bigger, and I got into bigger projects, started doing concrete work and decks and all that kind of stuff. And I was making a lot more money, but the problem was that I was the type of dude that I could not sleep at night with undone projects. As a window cleaner, you go in, you work maybe 2 to 8 hours or so, maybe 12 hours on a really huge project, and then you get paid and then you're done, and you sleep at night really well. But when I got into the bigger and bigger contracting, there'd be these projects that were like a week long or something, and I literally just couldn't sleep. I would think about the project, I would think about the undone, that which was undone in my life. And it really made me have to go back to being a window cleaner and making less money to have more peace. Because the peace and the ability to sleep at night, not owing anyone anything, no unfinished projects, no one unforgiven. So it's kind of an analogy there, nothing left undone. At the end of the night, is there anyone you haven't forgiven? I've forgiven everyone, Another thing too, here's another example, to let you know that my Mr. Wonderful's life isn't perfect. I haven't seen my ex-wife or my kids in 6 months. She just took off. And I am not angry at her. I'm not mad at her. Of course, I'm sad and I miss my kids. That's the worst thing that a guy could do, but it's not really me. I can handle it. I've been to hell and back again. But, it's the kids that I'm concerned for, so, because kids need a dad, and I'm like the coolest dad ever. I've never punished my kids. All I ever said was, you can do it. I'm a you can do it kind of dad. They would always say, I can't do it. And I would say, you can do it. You will do it. And they became can do it, will do it kids. That's the greatest contribution. I also used to tell my kids from when they were 6 years old, I'm not going to tell you how to live, but I've been saying that since they were 6 years old. I'd look them in their eyes. You're going to make decisions, and you're going to have to live with those consequences, So I just wanted to send this out. This is my favorite kind of video, because this is where I think we can really make some strides in life improvement, life regeneration, baby. When we learn to forgive, when we learn to meet in the middle, if that's the best we can do. But for someone like me who I feel like is a pretty spiritual person, I'm willing to let all go to the other. I'm willing to give it all. I'm willing to drop all my desires in order to let the other person win and stay humble, because I want to sleep at night, and I want to, when that person leaves this planet, I don't want to be like, oh man. So every day with every person, I act like that's the last time I'm ever going to see them, because it very well could be. So thanks, Steve. You're a great friend. Thank you, Alan, for listening if you made it this far. Peace be with you all. Forgiveness. It's the key to happiness.